Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and Pip, the little terror. Today I am going to do a room tour for you guys. I have been working on reorganizing and changing things around over the past week or so. We're currently snowed in, so been had lots of time to work on things. And pretty much I asked for questions over on Ginger's group, and most of the questions revolved around how do I store my swap items, titles, things like that. And I will definitely show you guys. That's actually one of the things I recently just rearranged. I was trying to think of what the other one was. I already posted my scrap video on how I reorganize those. I feel like my swaps take up most of my storage space in my room. I have them stored in 3 different areas. I just want to say that I get lots of comments after I posted my last room tour about people saying they're jealous of my space. Now, I have to say, don't be jealous. It was a long time in the making. It's a hodgepodge of thrift store, Dollar Tree, gifted finds, all combined together. It's not one of those big fancy rooms. I am very blessed to have this space. When I first started scrapbooking about 28 years ago, I had a little bitty small fold-up table, and I worked at the kitchen table for a long time and just had a little pull-out drawers. And then I moved to a little bit bigger folding table in my hallway, and then I had a spot in my bedroom. And whenever we bought this house, there was this add-on den that used to be a carport that they enclosed. And I got to have this space, but I've had to share it with my kids, with my husband, and now pretty much my kids are grown. I mean, my 2 youngest are teenagers, so I don't have to share my space with them anymore with their game systems and all that stuff. But I do still share it with my husband. He does stained glass very occasionally, not very often. And so he has a space on the other side of the room. But I have plenty of space. The things this year I am addressing is pages that I've made. I want to cut down on the amount of pictures that I print and only try to do 2-page spreads of one event or theme, because I'm running out of spaces to store all my albums, and you'll see how I have those stored. Trying to think of what else. I think that was all the questions. Like I said, most of them were about my swap items. I think that's it. Like I said, and my storage may not work for you at all. You have to find what works for you. And I have found throughout the years, I have changed things a lot. I have reorganized, and it worked great. It was like perfect for me. But now that I'm filming, I do craft a different way. So I've had to change some things that's worked in the past. You just have to find what works for you and think, how do I craft? How am I going to use this? If I want something, am I going to think to go to this place first? And to keep the things you use most, or the things you're having the hardest time using, closer within your reach so that you can get a hold of it. I am going to switch it around, and I will give you guys the tour. Alright, so here's a look at the new barn doors I've told y'all about that my hubby built me. So let's open them up. This is a look into my craft room. It's a little bit chilly in here. Alright, so There's not a whole lot that has changed since my last video on this aspect of it. This is my husband's side that he has for his stained glass. And my seeds that I'm starting. I got my peppers going. As you can see out the window, we are currently snowed in. The plow finally just came by this morning after like 3 days, so I think we're going to try to make a run to the grocery store because we're supposed to have more coming tonight. This is, sorry, the light's changing. Let me move this chair. I'm trying not to jiggle y'all around too much. This is his stained glass cabinet. And whenever he gets tired of it, I'm going to take it over for paper. But this is part of my album storage. It's just a basic Walmart bookcase that it's like the $30 bookcase at Walmart. And my albums I have just got from here or there, but when I was reorganizing, I had to move some stuff for the barn doors. I reorganized by rainbow color, just so it would be prettier, because I do like organizing by rainbow color. I have my other albums up there, and I did take them by rainbow color also. And then I have pages that's stored up there in the iris cases and boxes that don't have a home because I need to get more albums and page protectors. So let me roll this chair back out of the way. Sorry if it's jiggling y'all a lot. I have the little hat boxes from like Dollar General, and I like to store a lot of things in that, or things I may not use all the time. I have like hemp cords and beads in there because we was making a lot of bracelets at one point. And then I have my punches. If you watch my last video, you saw that I had the rainbow cart, and I had my punches and different things stored in there, but I have since changed it. So I have punches here, and and this is all the punches I have. It's a small box, not very big. And then I have my wooden stamps up here, some of them. That's like more Christmas, things like that. I have my wood burning stuff in here. I have a plant I've actually kept alive. Yay me. There's not many that I managed to keep alive. But I have like my embossing powders. This is one of the things that I reorganized and put over here into this little basket, and I moved it over here to the this entertainment center. This is, of course, like my water sprays, my mixed media sprays, distress oxide sprays, all that stuff. And then I just have this little bucket with my paper pouncers in there. And then I have my other little things like alcohol ink, stuff like that in here. This is a Totally Tiffany Stadium or something. I don't remember what it's called, but I got it at Tuesday morning before they closed down, like, I don't know, for like $5 or something. This is where I keep my markers. This is all the, well, I won't say this is all the markers. I do have that other little thing from Five Below that has its own case, so I don't have them in there. And then I have all my distress oxides organized in my buttons. Of course, you'll notice all the missing daubers from beside them because Pip stole them and destroyed them. So I have to buy more daubers. Down here, I have an aloe vera plant I've kept alive for a few years. Look at it. It's wild. I'm afraid to transplant it because I'm afraid I'll kill it. But I have my blending brushes that I got from Temu. I have this case that my crafty bestie Judy gifted me for Christmas to put distress oxides in. So I have a few in it that I don't have room for on my shelf. And I have my Cricut. I have my paper strip scraps are stored in that box right there. And then I have a basket down here with papers in it I need to keep, and then I just put my Cricut mats on top of it so they're easy to grab and use in my machine. So, up here I have mini stamp pads. I have actually several empty boxes. I actually have lots of empty space now that I have changed things around. And then I store my books, keepsake cards, all that stuff in here. And then over here, there's a mess because it's our router and all that stuff. But let me get my chair so I can sit down. This is my rainbow cart, and I repurposed it. It has always stored like my alcohol inks, my punches, things like that, but I cleaned out a lot of it. I got rid of stuff I didn't use. I donated a whole box, trashed 3 bags of stuff, and I have repurposed this for swaps. Now, when I store swaps, I also store stickers with it, and other little things, whatever goes with that theme. I've kind of just organized all the Misfits by theme, and they all just go together. So if I want flowers, I can now just pull out this whole drawer and I can pick through it. I have found that I am a flipper. I like to flip through stuff. I don't like this method as much. I like it standing up so that I can actually flip through it. But this has worked out well since I've changed it the last couple weeks. This one is like all food, cooking, themes, embellishments, things like that. I did take a lot of them out of the baggies just because it creates a lot more bulk. This one is baby and children, things like that. And then, you know, I mean, so on and so forth. This one's bees, bugs, and butterflies. So it has all the things that I have die cut wise that is related to that from swaps. I don't have any miscellaneous category because that's where things go to die. So what I did was I did titles and words. So I put, and now I'll show you my other area for this, but this was just the little misfit pieces that are titles or words that didn't have anywhere else, or cut aparts that have titles on them that didn't have anywhere else to go. And then the basic shapes and tags. I pretty much just put anything else that was any type of shape in here, or if it was a tag, and I just put it all in here so that if I need a shape, I can just come in here and I can just grab. I put like little borders, anything like that in here, so that when I go, chances are I'll see it and then I'll create something else. And then of course I have my other categories. So, this is how I store my cardstock. It's by Rainbow Color in these little drawers. These came from Walmart a long time ago. But they're the perfect fit for 12 by 12 paper, and they're stackable. You'll see some pages in the works that I still have to film. That is a portrait of me that my oldest daughter drew, and even though she made me look older in it, I feel like she did a really great job, and I love it. So I have it hung up in here. This is my mailing for swaps, my whole mailing station. It has stamps, envelopes, swaps, all that stuff coming up. I have this little thing. I have actually utilized this. I didn't know if it would work out, but I do have my smaller papers, 6x6 and 6x8 papers on here. And then in here I have a set of these. They fit perfect on the bottom. This is like bigger wood veneer, diamond dots by color. I have to say I do not reach for this. So it might be something I need to rethink. This is like bigger wood veneer titles and pieces. And I have my wood veneer somewhere else, and I do reach for it, but not these, and they won't fit in how I have the other ones organized. So I don't reach for this very often. I need to reconsider it. This is just my extra swap bin. In case I need to substitute. I have some stuff for a giveaway for a hop I'm going to do for my 1,000 subscribers. And then this is all of my little things I do for my YouTube giveaways. I put them here so I remember. And then over here is, this was a space that was just a junk space, really. I just threw whatever over here. But I actually cleaned it out. And I reutilized the space. I did pack all my Christmas stuff together. I decided to do that this year. And I took, and normally I don't, but Christmas and fall and Halloween, since I scrapped by seasons, I decided to reorganize them together. And it has worked out good, because whenever I'm ready to scrapbook Christmas, all I have to do is just pull out my bins now. It has all my stickers, my papers, my washi tape, my die cuts, everything related to Christmas is all together now, which I did not do that before. So you can see I have lots of Christmas, and I found more and more, so I've just been stacking it on top. And then I have this whole one down there of Christmas, and a Halloween is the Halloween paper. I have like my fancy buttons and my stamens for my flowers, things like that down there. This is how I reorganized the things that was in the, let's see, that was in the rainbow drawers that I did want to keep. I have them here now. I have a few ribbon scraps, some perfect pearls and flocking, and then stickles and chalk. And this is just a little container that came from the Dollar General. And it has, it's 3 deep, and I think it was like $8. It was fairly cheap, but it fits all of this stuff perfectly, so that it wasn't taking up all the rainbow drawers, and I could just put it in here, because this is stuff I don't use as often. So, it all fits there perfect. And then of course I have my old boxes of pictures, and then this is something I did different. My friend Judy gifted me a bunch of wooden stamps. I went through them. I kept the ones I really liked, and I put them here so that I can just remember to use them, for one, because I don't use wooden stamps that much. But I put them in this basket so that I can just pull this whole basket out and bring it to the table and go through it and use what I would like. So next up is these rainbow organized containers. I got these from Dollar General. I've showed these to you guys before. I saw this. I saw someone else had organized this way, and I thought, why not? And I haven't really changed it since the last video. But this is colored. They're color bins pretty much. And I have bling in them. I have my flowers, like my paper flowers. I have buttons. I have brads and eyelets. This is where I keep all my brads and eyelets. Any other little metal type accessories. And then I do have some embellishments in here. I need to just take these out because I don't think about getting them, using them. I need to add them to my the rainbow cart now, because they just don't get used. I don't think to reach for them. If I want brads or eyelets or buttons, this is where I come. I know this is where it's going to be at. I actually need to take the bling out because I have it in a different spot now also. So I need to, in my flowers, I need to rework a few things still. It's not perfect. It never will be. Like I said, you have to find what works for you and go with it. So now I have this whole thing is empty. It used to have swap items in it. And then this is my other ink pads that I don't use as often. I just keep them in this. This is some of my other swap things. If they had a smaller category and wasn't really, you know, if I didn't have a whole lot of that, I didn't put them in the rainbow cart. I put them like this. And this one's just like birthday and celebrate, you know, St. Patty's Day. I don't have as much New Year's. I just don't have as much for those themes, so I just have them in these little organizers. And these came from Dollar General or Walmart a long time ago. No, Pip. Sorry about that. I had to deal with Pip. He was tearing up my plants. Okay. So then I have these trays. They're pretty much empty now, except for these few little things. Stamps that I'm saving, canceled stamps. This is my fall bin now, and then I have the other one down there that's like school themed and all that. It needs to be cleaned out and combined with over in the rainbow cart. I haven't got to that yet. So next up is my wood veneer. You guys saw this last time. I got these at Harbor Freight, and it has worked out well to keep my wood veneer in there, but like I said, those other pieces are too big to fit in there. I have my scraps here, which y'all already saw in the video. It's pretty much to my left so that whenever I'm working at my table, I can just reach over and grab them. This is the other way that I have my swap stored, which y'all saw last time, and things. I did separate my flowers from the greenery because I know that I do take and do greenery and stuff on a lot of layouts when I don't use flowers necessarily. So this has been working out really good. I can go through and just dig through and find what I need. I have all my Vicki Boutin embellishments there. This one's the music theme. Since all my kids were in band, I have a lot. I do have a few empty drawers down there now. I have my small stamps. I have my not stamp pads, my stamp blocks. And then over here I have my enamel dots stored in here. And I have my bling in this one, which I need to change from my other bins. I have my flip-flops, and then I have my outdoor category down there because I don't have as much. Let's see. And then I have this box that my daughter built me. And I have my shimmer brushes. These are my Five Below markers. And then I have an empty can again. And then I have, I have this here for sturdiness, but this is my pages so far that I've done in January. And I just keep them all over here. This is just a little tiered kitchen organizer type thing I got at a thrift store. And it works pretty good to keep them corralled. I have my ribbon storage, which is an old shoe rack over here. Lots of people ask me about that, and it's just an expandable shoe rack. I have it standing on its side. I actually considered getting rid of it because I don't use ribbon as much as I used to. I used to make a lot of wreaths and altered crafts, and I don't really do that anymore, so I think it's going to be probably going. And then I have, of course, my glue gun, my heat gun, and all that in that little bucket there. So, oh, let me show this before I get away. This is my stamp storage, and I'm considering doing something like this. Sorry, let me get my chair so I can sit down. I'm actually considering doing something like this for my dies. I just have it organized by category. I have floral, I have my backgrounds, mixed media, my critters, you know, sentiment, text, stamps, etc., etc. And then, but pretty much, like I said before, I like the fact that I'm able to flip through This one's a little tight because I have a lot in it. I have a lot of floral. Surprise! I know y'all wouldn't think that. This one is, I think this one's sentiments and text, yeah. So, like I said, I can just flip through. I can see what I have. And I found that I'm a flipper. I work better being able to flip through my stuff. I'm actually considering doing something like this for my dies. A lot of these are close to my heart stamps, and they're in these little folders. But I did find these. I don't know if I told y'all this on the last video. I found these on Amazon, and they are the same exact size as the close to my heart ones. So I redid and put all my stamps into these little sleeves. Now, these are an investment. I think you get, I can't remember if it's 30 or 50 of them for like $20, around $20. 30 pieces. This is the bag that I'm out. I have my little inserts I cut for them. But they're very much worth it. And like I said, I think I'm going to do something like that for my dies. Because you'll see my mess I have with it. Okay, so, Pip has been up here and knocked stuff over. I just have some little things up here that my daughters made me, stuff like that I collect. My picture frame I got for Christmas last year. My daughter would burn me that sign with the cow. That's my gourd chicken that I made. So cute, right? And then I have an old bubblegum machine that was supposed to be in a little aquarium, and I put all my shells, collectible rocks, all those things in it. Like I said, this is my messy part, and I mean, we all have it, right? Can't be perfect all the time. It's just whatever works for you. Excuse me. This is another shelf that I have stuff in. This one has like, whew, I dropped one out. My shaker and filler type stuff. Sequins, mostly, because I do have another thing for, this is my other bin for all of my little shaker stuff. And this is just a wooden box, and these things mostly just came from either Temu or the Dollar Tree. This is my fiber box. Way back in the day, used to have lots of fiber swaps on Yahoo groups whenever I first started swapping, and that's left over from those days. I don't use it as much, and I'm actually considering getting rid of it. This is just like paper clips, things like that I keep. This is my pictures that's not in the cases because I need another case. I do print usually once a month, and I print on Walmart.com because it's really cheap, and I order a lot at once, but I always print in 4x6. So whenever they come, I divide them up by category into the box they ship them in. So you can see each one is something different. And that one back there is just Disney Band and the Universal trip. So I have lots of pictures to scrapbook. This is my paper storage. I haven't organized this since the last video. I have been using it some. But generally, that's kind of what it is. It says floral. But this is mostly just paper pads, things like that, that's all still together. This is my actual photos organized in this. This is cards that I've made that I have ready to go. And then, oops, let me get my chair again. I need to get me one of those little stand things to hold my phone so that y'all ain't going all over the place. This is my washi storage. Someone told me that it was a Keurig holder, the little coffee pods. And I picked this up at a thrift store, but it has worked out great. So there's that. I have a little box with Christmas tags that I buy and then I use for either scrapbooking or adding to gifts. I have all my magazines down here. I don't have many scrapbook ones left. select few. Most of them are my gardening magazines and seed catalogs. Things like that. Over here is where all of my loose paper is stored. And it is usually the loose sheets. This is all my basic gray that I have left. Some books that's down there. But I just have it by theme, and I did make, like I said, I like to flip through. So I have, you know, school, kids, whatever. I made little tabs and just put them on a piece of cardstock so that I can just go through and find what I need. This is my other paper pads. Yeah, I know. I have a problem, y'all. Okay, so this is, moving back up, this is the rest of my swap stuff, how I organize it. Honestly, I could probably get another rainbow cart and have it all organized the same way together, but I don't necessarily have room for another rainbow cart, so it is what it is. But I do have, this is how I originally used to store all of my swap stuff. I just have iris cases for each theme. I'll open one up and show you. But I have stickers, I have swap items, I have all of that in one category. You can see I just have it all in here together, and I can dig through it. And sometimes I get inspired just by digging through it, because I'm like, ooh, look at this, these go together, let's do a page with this. So, that's how I have that done, and I do stand them up. Sorry for all the movement. I'm trying to do things with one hand. I do stand them up on their sides because I can store more that way. So that's the only reason why I have them like that, and it works out good as long as you keep them locked so that they don't spill everywhere. Okay, and then I have this. I have my twine in this. I did recently reorganize it and change that. But I just have my twine in this little thing I picked up at the thrift store. This is my dies and my embossing folders, and it is a horrific mess. But I have them stored in these envelopes. Like this one is my girls. It has all of my girl dies that I have. And I have it in here, and I have to go through and dig through each one. Like I said, I want to transition my dies over into, like, I have my stamps. I might actually have thought about buying another rolling cart and put the bins in there and then do these like I did my stamps. But it's a wait and see, because it is, it won't be cheap to do it. So, this is my embossing folders. This is all I have. I just have a little basket set down in here that I have them set down into so I can pick them out if I want to. And then I have these boxes here, these photo boxes. It has like my chipboard, because that came out of the rainbow cart. I did move stuff around, so some of these are actually empty and don't have stuff in them. I think that I showed y'all everything over here. Let me back up. And then I have, of course, my wall. I don't know if I showed y'all this last time on the video, but I get lots of comments about that too. Sorry about the lights and the glare. But I try to have good lighting in here. But that's my photo wall. I pretty much like to rotate out my layouts, and I actually don't think I've rotated them out since my last video. So, but I do rotate them out, usually seasonally. And I just have a curtain rod with ribbon tied on it onto a page protector, and then I took little jump rings and jump ring the bottom layout to it. I'll move a little closer so you can see, because I don't think I showed that last time. But I just have jump rings attached to the bottom one and to the top. So, And then I have my little shelves with my stuff. This is these picture camera frames. Someone always asks about them also. I got those at Dollar Tree. They was in different colors, and I recently saw them there again. So they do have them. Have my jars for the Shake It, Scrap It, Create It. This is just my little bin. It has paint markers, sewing stuff, things like that in it. It came from a thrift store. This is a fairy jar I made a very long time ago. You can see Tink in there with my handmade flowers. I used to make them for gifts, and I would name them and, you know, take and write a little story, what their power was when they was captured. When did I make this? I'm curious to know now. Oh, wow, 2011. So, and then another picture. I recently made this card for an online crop, and I was so proud of it and so inspired by it that I was like, yay, I'm going to display it for me to look at for a little while before I mail it to someone. So, I think that is all, y'all. I think that's the whole room. Let's see if I can back it up a little bit and zoom out to show y'all a whole tour of the room. But this is my little crafty space. It's so bright outside. But oh, my table. I didn't show y'all my table. Or my cart. Okay. So there's my cart. Y'all saw it last time up close. I think I actually did another video with just my cart. But pretty much it has my paint on top. This is a little utensil organizer that I got at the Dollar General. And I ended up organizing my pens, my scissors, and all that. It fit good in the cart. And then I have little buckets in there with my colored pencils, Sharpies, things like that. Down here I have my zip strips, my stencils, and I have all my little different things of glitter in there. Because at one point I was making tumblers a lot. I have my scraps over here. And you can go and see the scrap video. But I recently reorganized this and did it by color. And then I have my little holder here with some stuff in it that I use often. And I have some cards that's ready to mail out. I have my label maker, some baby wipes, some packing tape that I use. I have this little stadium organizer, and I showed y'all this on another one of the other videos, but it isn't filled up right now. But since I've been scrapping by theme, I pull out everything I have for that theme and put all my embellishments, flowers, buttons, anything that may go with it. This is just random leftovers that's in here from me cleaning up. They still need to be put away. All of these I want to fussy cut and use. And things like that. But, of course, I have my little embellishment box I like to use when I'm filming. I got my tape and stuff in it. I do have this little carousel that I got. I can't remember where I got it. Maybe Burke's Tuesday morning, something like that. But it just has my Post-it notes, my extra pair of readers, my stamp thing, some glue, some candy, because we always need candy, right? And then I have my laptop set up here, so I like to watch shows or whatever if I'm working on something, getting it ready to film. So pretty much, yeah, that's my table. My only other thing I didn't show y'all, and I know I did show in the other video, let me sit down again, is I have these bins underneath my table. I have my trash can. But I have these bins under here, and like I said, I like this because I'm able to flip. And this is pretty much all my collections. Most of them close to my heart, but I have, you know, this is like a Hobby Lobby one. But I like being able, I don't have these organized by theme, I just have them in here. Most of the themes are together, though. but I like to be able to flip. I found that I'm a flipper. I like to go through, be able to see what I got, versus everything to be stacked up on top of each other, and then you have to move everything to get to stuff. I do have 2 of these bins, and I ended up changing all my adhesive out of the rainbow cart, and I just put all of it into one, I put it all into one Iris case, and I just leave it sitting under here, so whenever I need it, I can grab it. This, of course, is my trimmer. It's huge. So, but that's another bin. I can flip through my collections. And then this over here, y'all have heard me say, I'm not a base page person, and I really am not. But I do have some base pages left. I have them in here so that I can flip through them. For me, it's very hard to find pictures that will match up exactly to go. But these are gorgeous. I'll show you this one real quick. But this is a base page, and I don't even know if it has a year on it. But I do know these are from whenever I was, when I first started swapping, probably 15 years ago, maybe longer. But 15 or 16 years old is how old this is. Maureen Payne made this layout. She was the queen of basic gray back in the day. And it is so gorgeous. And I've held on to it. But it has the little velvet flowers. You know, the basic gray. She literally stitched on it with gold thread. And it's a beautiful base page. But it's so hard for me to use them. And I did use a bunch. I got rid of a whole tote full. But I have so many in here that people have made. And we used to pick a sketch, and we would all make a base page, 2-page based on a sketch, and then we would swap them, and we would get, you know, like 6 different layouts of the same sketch, but they would be different because everybody's papers were different. So I have so much there, and then I have, this is where I keep my ephemera that I want to add to my pages, any ticket stubs, programs, anything like that. They're just in a Ziploc bag back here in the back of that. And pretty much that's it in a nutshell. That is my room. So let me see if I can stand back, and I'll give y'all one last twirl around the room here. So, while I hit all the squeaky spots. But pretty much this is it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the tour. You know, I love comments. Would love to have you as a subscriber if you're new. Oh, I see snow melting off. Yay! Hopefully we can get out. Okay. So, any comments or questions, leave below. Thank you guys for hanging out with me once again. And for all the support y'all have given me on my channel. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any other questions or want to know something else more in depth, I think I covered everything, but just leave it below and let me know. So, until next time, bye y'all.